This is my review on BBO season 2, episode 2. I feel like they could have started the episode at maybe like 8 minute mark and stuff because they were really showing stuff we already seen from episode 1. They just added in, I believe, someone else's confessionals about what they thought of the fight between Tokyo and LaRue. And also, I even forgot that Big Lex fought LaRue on BBO season 1 at the reunion as well. And I guess that's why Big Lex is still continuously popping it to LaRue because she knows that she'll win the fight again. But I think also she just has a deep hatred for LaRue. And I feel like she believes that LaRue owes her career, which is crazy to say, but I feel like that's what it is as well. And obviously Big Lex is releasing music, but she's not releasing music as like not in fast pace, if that makes sense. Like she's releasing it here and there sporadically, but compared to like LaRue, who is actually releasing music continuously, she just released an album called Roulette. Go listen to that. But do you know what I mean? And then for me personally, I didn't understand why Goto Barbie was being rude or shady to other people about, oh, they're all fives and sixes. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but on the cast list, if I'm gonna keep it a buck 50, Ghetto Barbie is not hitting top 5, top 10. Like, I'm seeing a lot of chocolate darlings here, but I'm not seeing Ghetto Barbie as number one. That's just my opinion, because obviously everyone's had their own opinion. Cool, don't kill me. And I feel like at the beginning as well, there was too much separation. Like, we had both groups broken up in regards to like the OGs and the newbies and all stuff, blah, blah. But this all could have been, all the conversations that they were having, the sit downs and talks and stuff, that should have been on episode 1. They should have just elongated or stretched out episode 1. Then episode 2 starts off when the OGs or some of the OGs at that point are pulling up in Lambos to meet the newbies or the new cast members. That would have made more sense. Obviously, it's very obvious that LaRue was missing as well as one of the returning cast members and quote unquote OGs. But I'm thinking, oh, did she not return because obviously when she was fighting Tokyo, her hair got pulled and obviously she has to get a new wig installed, whatever, or what was the reason? Because as an OG, aren't you meant to pull up with her? I'm seeing one Lambo short and I'm not seeing LaRue in there. So I'm like, okay. Off the rip, when Tokyo walked in, I saw Slim smiling about extra hard. She was like, yeah, that's my storyline. But I'm just thinking, I know they're going to get that, but I just don't know when. My thing is, why didn't OG Nia Lee come back? Because the way they were hyping her up and stuff, I thought she'd be back as a returning cast member, but we've not seen her at all, so I'm really confused. And also, what was she saying behind the scenes? Obviously, Tokyo's talking about, oh yeah, she was chatting shit, she was doing this, run their mouth. What was she saying? But what was she actually saying? Like, who was it about? That's what I want to know. And then Sav was talking about, oh, she's excited to see chocolate and all that other stuff. Nothing wrong with actually looking at chocolate darlings and all that other stuff, but doesn't she have a man at home? My thing is, Slim's kind of weird for that because you're saying you don't want to fight outside. Now you're inside, outside of the sun, whatever. You're saying now you want to fight. After conversation has already been flowing, people have been there for a minute inside. Why didn't you want to? Because I understand she was trying to circle around it with, like, you know, the specific wording. Talk about, oh yeah, like some lawyer or whatever. Talk about, oh yeah, this is the exact wording that was said in the contract, blah, blah. The way she said, oh yeah, but I just said, you know, I'm on whatever you're on. But if Tokyo had said, okay, cool, let's leave it at that. Let's park the beef. Why are you now trying to heat up old nachos? Like, I don't understand this. And then you fought. Then even on top of that as well, you fought. You called out the fade just for you to get packed out. Also understand Slim's reasoning as well, because she's saying that she has short-term memory, whatever the case. And you're now thinking back to like the whole situation where Tokyo jumped in when ET tried to get you as well. So you're thinking, yeah, I need to get my lick back. And I guess it's the first opportunity you've had since the reunion to see her and to get your lick back. So I understand why you called out the fade afterwards. I think in the beginning I was just kind of confused because I even forgot what happened on the hookup and reunion as well, to be fair. I'm glad Slim called a truce though, because I'm getting tired of like these beefs that happen from other shows that are brought onto another show as well. Like, let's just end it all at the reunion or something. Or, you know, of course you want to get the lick back, cool, but yeah, I'm glad it's ended. My thing again, now that's TV are not beating the allegations, because why are they talking about I forgot who it was now, said, oh, they haven't eaten. So the only thing that was on the menu was fades. This is a high budget production, and all that was on the menu was fades. Okay. The thing Pretty P's got to do is keep it real, because when Pretty P was talking to when Pretty P was talking to Slim, all I kept thinking about was how Natalie told Pretty P to go get Diamond, and she was like, no. Because when Pretty P asked her, do you think it was worth it? I'm like, yeah, you're a dickhead still. Imagine I lose a face, I was about, do you think it was worth it? Do you really think it was really needed? You know you lost the fade. And obviously I'm glad she told us, well, like, she's outright lost the fade. I'm glad Slim was coming to the realization that that wasn't her best. Yeah. The thing Tokyo's got to do is remind us about her Moses, because why is she mentioning pegging Moses? I get why, because it's Slim and everything, but it wasn't needed again. And also, I feel like people need to stop this narrative that if a man is being pegged as well, it means that he's gay. the man's what is the word? G spot is in the anus. So I don't understand why people are like, oh my god, this, that, whatever. Educate yourself. And then also, it doesn't matter if he is bi or whatever. If he wants to come out the closet, he wants to come out the closet. If he doesn't, doesn't. He is a straight man. That's what he's, identifying as. And when I mean identifying, I mean like in regards to sexuality and stuff. But yeah. But the thing is, yeah, with the sugar outfits, I actually like them. I feel like they're cute, but you can tell. You can tell Big Lex has a problem with not being the leader, and everyone's talking about Sav, Sav, Sav. If Big Lex had her show still, I feel like this wouldn't be a issue. People would have probably voted her, but because Sav is becoming like not the face of Now That's TV, but she's becoming one of the main faces of Now That's TV. That's why. And Lex, we only see her when it's BBO or when it's time for auditions, when it's time for random stuff that Now That's TV have. She pops out. One thing Big Lex is gonna do though is be a shady bitch. Be a shady bitch, because why did they say oh the whackers one? She's like, I think it's Tequila. Lex, please. And I agree with Tequila or Takala. So I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right. Because Slim could have called out the fade beforehand because she's still like, oh, I only fight when I want to. Cool. You could have said to her, because I think Slim then, this is another thing as well, why I'm kind of like side-eyeing Slim about why she wanted to fight, because you're changing the story now. You're saying you didn't want to fight, but then you're saying no, you didn't want to fight outside in the concrete or whatever it was. But then in the confessional, you're saying it's because of her jumping you at the reunion. Okay, cool. Whatever, each of their own in it. But my issue is with what you said specifically to Tequila then was, oh, you didn't want to fight on the grass or didn't want to fight outside. Why didn't you just say to Tokyo, okay, when we get inside, we can run that fade? That would have made more sense rather than you saying, oh, I didn't want it. And you keep changing your story no matter who's asking you. Or, yeah, based on who's asking you, sorry. Everyone started picking on Ghetto Barbie. I was like, not picking on in regards to Billion, but picking her as the one that they want to go home or the wackest bitch or whatever it was. Thinking, maybe this is what you get for talking about people's looks beforehand, before they even had the opportunity to talk to you and get to know you. And I even forgot Big Lex is a part of production, until she started mentioning it. And I'm thinking this is why you're getting under Takala's skin, because anything she says to Takala is triggered and starts going off. And Big Lex was right to check Tokyo, because Tokyo was going to make us miss out on the argument between Tequila and Ghetto Barbie as well, because she was trying to like big sis it up like, oh no, she didn't mean like that. No, get out of the way and let us get this argument in. You know who also is messy? Production and the editor for zooming into Get Barbie's legs after she was talking about someone else's legs. So like, yeah, your legs don't look like they match. Then her legs just look like, yeah. Me personally, the fight between Takala and Get Barbie lost, and I feel like it would have been a close tie, but yeah, you lost that one. Nah, darling, you lost. And I would say for the second round, Takala had it until she hit the floor. Then obviously Get Barbie took over.